Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing in top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, where he proved that last season was no fool.
Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here is 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Darnold. And to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A give for Walker running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
All right.
Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
To number 3, Tank Dell. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Nico Collins from 17 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Darnold under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hanson at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando